Have you ever considered the Bible as a source of business wisdom? This might seem like a curveball question, but the truth is, the Bible isn't just a spiritual guide. It's a treasure trove of timeless wisdom that can be applied to various aspects of life, including entrepreneurship and management. Picture this: the parable of the talents, where a master entrusts his servants with his wealth. This story is a masterclass in investment and accountability. Or consider Joseph in Egypt, whose strategic planning during times of plenty saved an entire nation from famine. This, my friends, is a lesson in foresight and crisis management. The Bible is filled with such narratives that, when viewed through the lens of business acumen, reveal profound insights into running successful ventures. It's about time we dust off these old stories and polish them to reflect the business wisdom they hold. Let's dive deeper into these stories and uncover the business wisdom they hold. Remember the parable of talents? It's more than just a spiritual lesson. Let's dive into this timeless tale. In the story, a master entrusts his servants with varying amounts of talents, a form of currency in those days. One servant receives 5 talents, another 2, and the last one, a single talent. The servants with 5 and 2 talents invest and double their wealth. However, the last servant, fearful of his master, buries his talent in the ground to keep it safe. This ancient parable is a vivid illustration of investment and risk-taking. The servants who invested their talents were not guaranteed success. They took a risk, they ventured into the unknown, but their courage was rewarded. On the other hand, the servant who was too afraid to take risks ended up with nothing more than what he started with. This story teaches us the importance of making the most out of what we have. It encourages us to take calculated risks, to invest our resources wisely, whether those resources are money, time, or skills. It tells us that being overly cautious, to the point of inaction, can lead to stagnation. The parable of talents is a lesson in entrepreneurship. It encourages us to step out of our comfort zones, to seize opportunities, and to not be afraid of failure. It reminds us that success often requires taking risks and making investments. As we see, the Bible teaches us to invest wisely and make the most of our resources. Let's move on to the story of Joseph and the 7 years of famine. Now, this is a remarkable tale of strategic planning and foresight that saved an entire nation from a severe famine. Joseph, an astute man, interpreted Pharaoh's dream and foresaw 7 years of prosperity followed by 7 years of famine. Instead of panicking, Joseph devised a plan. During the years of prosperity, he stored up 1/5 of the harvested grain as reserves. When the famine arrived, Egypt was prepared. They had sufficient grain to not only feed their people but also to sell to neighboring nations. What can we draw from this? Just as Joseph saw the looming crisis and acted in advance, we too must anticipate changes in our business environment. It might be a technological disruption, a shift in market trends, or even a global pandemic. Effective planning and strategy involve seeing the big picture, anticipating potential challenges, and being prepared with proactive solutions. Just as Joseph didn't store all the grain but only 1/5, our strategies need to be balanced. We should not overreact but rather make calculated decisions that ensure sustainability. The story of Joseph isn't just an ancient tale, it's a timeless strategy, a lesson in the power of foresight, planning, and strategy. It's about making informed, proactive decisions rather than reactive ones. Just like Joseph, foresight and strategic planning can save our businesses from potential crises. As we have seen, the Bible is a mine of business wisdom waiting to be tapped. Throughout our journey, we've discovered the importance of investment and the value of taking calculated risks. We learned that even the parables of old encourage us to use our resources wisely and multiply them, as seen in the tale of the talents. Next, we explored the necessity of planning and strategy. The story of Joseph's preparation for the 7 years of famine demonstrates the significance of forecasting and strategic planning in ensuring sustainability. These principles aren't just ancient text on parchment, but applicable strategies for modern business scenarios. When we invest wisely, take calculated risks, and plan strategically, we set ourselves up for success. We can navigate the unpredictable waters of the business world, just as the biblical figures navigated their own challenges. The Bible, thus, provides us with timeless strategies that can guide us in our business endeavors. It's time we delve into these hidden gems of wisdom.